Hello friends, I hope you are well. TechManPat here. Welcome to another episode of the Dirt Report tech and telco news from all around Australia and one international tidbit, especially today. Like everyone else in the world, I too love shiny new toys, so you can catch me threading it up on Thread. Like a piece of string I am. Threads doesn't quite sound as good as Twit, but what does sound good and has a ring to it is today's stories and their very small digestible size. We have NBN Co worried about unnatural movements, and no, not the unnatural movements you're thinking of. NBN Co helping out the little guys, and NBN Co COO leaves, and then obviously let's talk about Threads, the new toy everybody seems to be playing with. If you like today's short video, then smash the like button. I'm guessing it's going to be a short video. I don't know yet, I haven't filmed it. But if you do like to support us, then make sure to also subscribe. Let's get started by rolling the intro. NBN Co. For those who don't know, it's the organisation responsible for Australia's national broadband network, NBN, and they've raised a few concerns about the impact of price optimization by service providers on its demand planning. That's right, these guys do have some planning to do sometimes. Anyway, according to an article by IT News, linked below, of course, NBN Co claims that the practice of price optimization is causing disruptions in accurately predicting and allocating network resources to meet the increasing demand of Australian consumers. I don't know if I'm surprised about this one. So price optimization refers to the strategic adjustment of prices by service providers to maximize their profits or attract more customers. While this practice may benefit the RSP, it poses challenges to NBN Co in efficiently managing network capacity and meeting the growing demand for high-speed internet services. NBN Co emphasizes the importance of accurate demand planning for effectively deploying resources and infrastructure upgrades. So if we're talking fiber to the premises upgrade, if we don't know where they need it, we might not deploy it. Is that what they're really saying? With price optimization leading to unexpected spikes or fluctuations in demand, NBN Co finds it challenging to allocate network resources optimally, resulting in potential congestion and service quality issues. Well, Pat, this sounds like a whole lot of nothing, right? Well, let me just give you a bit more context to bring it all together. NBN Co acknowledges the importance of supporting smaller RSPs and aims to create a fair and competitive environment in the broadband market. According to NBN Co, they recognize the unique challenges faced by smaller ISPs in offering competitive pricing to their customers. These smaller providers often lack the economics of scale enjoyed by larger players, making it difficult for them to navigate favorable wholesale shenanigans from NBN Co. I say shenanigans because the big telcos swap their customers like a yo-yo between 50 and 100 tier plans to maximize their returns and potentially a better experience for customers. As mentioned last week, Launtel highlighted the issue of the 50 and 100 tier plans being in similar pricing, but providing different allocations of CVC, which basically pushes the smaller RSPs to drop the 50 plans because they're the same price anyway. But the larger telcos are swapping their 50 plan customers to the 100 speed tier to offset the higher use levels of other customers due to the higher inclusion of that tier. So in the background, the 50 down customers don't see a difference. They still only get what they pay for, but on paper their account swaps to a 100 plan and the telco gets more CVC allocation at the same price. It's like you paying for a Netflix subscription from your roommate, but he has a higher plan that sells it to 4 other people, telling them they only have 1 user each. So he's making money but paying less for the overall service. This goes hand in hand with the price optimization model in the first story. You have large telcos using their size to play the system, being able to optimize their network capacity and bandwidth allocation by moving accounts all around in the back end, while smaller telcos have to play the rules set out due to not having the scale to move the needle. And all of this causing issues for NBN Co's ability to plan their resources better and more effectively in the future, especially if these large telcos are moving large cohorts of people from 50 to 100 and back to just maximize their return. It's causing havoc. To put it simply, customers who do not use their full allocation subsidize those who do, the heavy users, by employing a behind-the-scenes practice of programmatically shifting customers between NBN tiers based on their usage patterns, often without the user's awareness. Big telcos are optimizing their costs at the cost of NBN's planning. So how's NBN Co trying to fix this? Well, they're trying to seek a cap for the wholesale price of the 50-tier plan, meaning users won't rack up excess fees for the telco, which is originally the reason they're moving people around, which would stop this practice and make the playing field a bit more mechanically fair. However, all good things must come to an end, and if NBN caps the 50 plans, they want to put an end to all the national bandwidth pooling that's been going on, which will affect the 12 to 25 plans significantly, especially for heavy users of those plans, as those plans do not come with enough bandwidth to actually service those plans, and they always require top-ups from the telcos themselves. It's kind of like the cost of doing business, and then you just get a person on a lower plan, and then hopefully you can upgrade them to a plan with a bit more margin. Ultimately, this will lead to price increases across the lower plans to pay for the excess fees. And in the current inflationary times, the cohort hit hardest will be those trying to save money, those who don't have much money, that choose the lower plans. Can you see where this is going? Either way, there is a problem brewing. And lastly, on the NBN Co news train, Dyer, the Chief Operating Officer of NBN Co, has announced her departure. There are no specific details regarding the reasons for her departure or her future plans, but she has been at the company for 13 years, which in today's day and age is decent tenure after being at Telstra for 16 years. Dyer said, "I'm looking forward to taking a break and reflecting on what will be my next adventure." So, last news that's not NBN related, let's chat Threads, the biggest news out of the social media clusterfudge of fun. The Twitter alternative from Meta, aka Facebook, went live on Thursday to much fanfare, signing up nearly 90 million users so far, and mostly due to its integration with Instagram that takes 5 seconds to actually sign up. Threads has landed on a good foot so far, but users have pointed out a slew of issues, or rather things that Twitter has and Threads does not. It is app only and no direct web access. It connects to your Instagram account, which means, well, it means a few things. Threads collects an insane amount of information about you. There is no chronological thread. You just see whatever pops up at the time you're looking at. No hashtags, no direct messaging, which you can do through Instagram anyway, but no editing of tweets, but it's no editing of your thread. But it's a pretty clean interface, and right now it lacks what made Twitter kind of bad, or at least bad in the recent times. But fret not, I'm sure over time there will be ads on the platform, trolls and misinformation on there too. And that's not to say Threads is not going to be doing anything dirty to you now anyway. If you want to get rid of your Threads account because you didn't like it and when you played around with it, you have to delete your Instagram account to get rid of it, which makes it quite the conundrum. But for me, the best part has been seeing Elon's tweets bashing the new platform. After all, what's a man to do when the 6,000 people he fired from Twitter went to work for Meta to build Threads? While in standard American fashion, threatening to sue has been the least interesting bit of news from that box. Well, with Twitter being a bit of a mess, users are looking for alternatives, and Threads landed at the right time, and time will tell if it sticks. After all, do we actually need more than one Twitter? Is Twitter really the best social platform anymore? Probably, maybe not, I don't know, but competition is good nonetheless. Let me know what you think about Threads. Have you tried it? Will you try it? Or will you stick to Twitter? I ask those who did use Twitter, but for those who don't use Twitter at all, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna give Threads a go? Do you not care at all? Is it the fight that we were promised between the two billionaires? No, but it's still funny. Let's chat below. And on that note, we have to end this episode. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you did and subscribe to support us. Thanks and bye.